Hello.
Okay. Hi,
Hi.
everyone. So, my name is Alice Stevens, and many of you guys know me.
I'm Megan Johnson. You probably don't know me.
And for us, we are coming from the Motel, where Holistic Elevation has created or opened a space to be able to provide services to the people within the community. And I know Megan has her special description of the service, so it's all yours.
Okay, so we have been given opportunity to create a counseling center inside of a motel room. So we were able to have a motel room donated to us where we are providing not only counseling services, but we have a food pantry open and we're looking for other resources that we can provide to the community. It's very homey in here. We got a fireplace donated to us. We were able to get a TV. What else do we have? We're trying to get a mini fridge
A
and
deep freezer as
yes, a
well.
deep freezer. And because there is a lot of food disparities around this area in Newcastle, it is a food desert, so not everyone has access to fresh produce. So hopefully in the future we can get a garden going. So if anyone wants to volunteer their time to be able to come to our garden and create it, I really appreciate that. But yes, this place is a home away from home for a lot of people, and we just want to see how comfortable we can make it for them.
Yes, and the kiddos love it. Even the
Mhm.
adults, when they come, they're like, yo, this room is big. Keeping in mind, it's the same size,
Yeah.
just like everywhere else. But because of the way we have organized it, it has a different feel. It gives them a different purpose, a different life. And we are seeing more and more children actually coming out to participate. Let me tell you, it is so important because kids are always coming to our doors. We are getting adults that are coming to our doors, but all of that sounds great. But on the downside, there is a lot of problems, a lot of social determinants that we're seeing. The location where we are, it's also high in human trafficking. It is high in substance abuse. It is high in so many other factors that individuals are facing. And for us, we wanted to actually get to the community. Many times, as providers, we always want clients to be able to, for us to meet them where they are. But the reality is, we're not doing the work, we're wanting them to get to us. So for us at Holistic Elevation, we're like, you know what? We were tasked with this and we're going to accept it.
Mhm.
And for Megan, she has been going from door to door and knocking on the doors and introducing herself and to be able to develop the program within the area. So, Megan, is there anything you would like to share to talk about the motel, or do you want to show them the room first?
I'll share a little bit
Okay.
more. Like I said, this is a home away for home for people. So at times it's not just the amount of people who have beds. It can be maybe five people or more in a room at one time. So that means a lot of families are sharing very limited space. So even just having a space where they can have conversation with someone and get a break from maybe the chaotic home life, it just gives them an opportunity to breathe for a moment. So we can show you the peaceful place that we have created. Behind us, we do have one of our paintings that people tend to say, "You painted that?" I wish. I truly wish I could paint this well. But we can start and give you a tour.
Okay.
So this is our second painting. We also have curtains because, like I said, it's a counseling area, so we need to be able to provide privacy. But the Dr. Alice planned everything with psychology arts. Very important because this painting here, you can see it is very welcoming because it makes direct eye contact with you, so that you know that you are being seen when you first come in here. And we have twins because we have two of the same paintings right next to each other. Here goes our TV. And down below, we also have a fireplace. It actually has heat too. That's the best part because it is very cold here. It is winter time and the cold does not discriminate. It gets everybody. So it is just very important to have heat as a resource. We have a plant and some kids came in today and we were able to let them paint. We have a couple paintings right here and I'm very proud to see their work just for the fact that it was our first group today. So I'm very happy that we have something to show off from it. And then also, here goes our counseling area for our families. We have a longer table just because, like I said, we do have families here. So it's very important that they all have an opportunity to sit together and voice their opinions, not just have one person at a time. And we do have a singular seat too. It's what we can use for intakes and or just one-on-one sessions.
Can you show them how the room is being separated?
Yes. So we'll take this curtain, and then we can take this curtain, and we can take this curtain, and now we have 3 rooms. Well, 2 rooms technically. And also we have our waiting area just beyond this one curtain right here. It's our little chair. You gotta turn to see the chair.
Yeah.
This is our chair. Hey, mom. And then we also have our food pantry right here. This is where we're hoping to receive donations to because people are not able to have a hot plate because it is a motel and that's a fire hazard. We were able to get an instant pot with a rice cooker so we can make one pot meals. And we have a tea kettle now and a nut milk maker because, like I said, it is a food desert, so people are not able to get their nutrition all the way. So we are just trying to see what ways we can do so, especially because there are a lot of nut allergies in the community too. So it has to be very mindful.
And also, if we are also accepting donations for instant pots because families are able to come over and they're able to cook their meal. We're teaching families how to be able to cook from instant pots and crock pots. They're not because it's a hazard. They're not able to bring in certain electrical equipments in, but the instant pot is similar to the microwave and other stuff. So we have it here, and we have had a few families come over actually within the past few days to actually come and cook a nice hot meal for themselves. So this is gonna be helping out a lot of families as well.
Because one little girl came today and she said, if I ever need anything to eat, my dad said to come to you because we don't have food like that at home.
Yes.
And all we have is basic ingredients like rice, beans. We bought some pre-made chicken from Acme. Just small things to make quick meals.
Yeah, so we do need a deep freezer and we need a refrigerator. We also need a small little table to put right here. So that way we can put the instant pots or put whatever on there because we want to be able to make sure it's accessible when individuals are coming in. We do have water right over here because sometimes when students and families, including adults, come over, they needing water, things that's basic that we don't even think that people will be wanting. But overall, all of that is at the expense of holistic elevation. We're taking on the expense right now. We will talk a little more about what are some of the challenges we are facing as a result of some of the funding barriers and some of the barriers within the state. But for us, the goal is to be able to service those clients. And in here is the restroom. And these are some extra clothes. We had brought some clothes to give away, but right now we cannot because as a result of the weather, we have to be able to double check. We do need some of the kiddos. They have the same clothes over and over. We need underwears. We need different things. What are some of the other? We need underwears. We need winter pants, leggings,
just basic like white tees, garments, because I don't think they would mind wearing clothes. It's just the fact that they are wearing the same clothes over and over, or even coats, because there is a little boy who just wears a hoodie as a winter coat.
Yes. So there are individuals who have come to us and said that they need clothes. One in particular, she has like a summer leggings on, and that's what for the past 4 days, that's what she has had on her. So if individuals are able to provide any form of donation, and donation can be whether it is clothing, financial, whatever the case is, because the community is in need of it. We have also created an Amazon wish list, and we're exploring this initiative because we want to be able to use that and expand it not only throughout the state of Delaware, but we want to be able to expand it in other locations. One of the other areas as to what we're doing is that we're partnering with some of the primary care providers, and they will be coming into the motel to provide first-hand primary care services. Some of those individuals, we had one client who um, it was described to me that he slept on his hand, and I'm like, no, it sounded like he had a stroke. So I had to stop all what I was doing and go to the room. When I saw him, I'm like, you had a stroke. And he was such a young gentleman, and he could not have gone, even if he had insurance, he could not have gone to the primary care or to the emergency room because he was so busy providing for his family, to the point that whether it took his life, it was his focus of taking care of his family. And that in itself, people don't have to be able to choose between whether they live or whether they provide for their family. And that was one of the areas for them. The clothes size, one of the children is a 10. We have 10, 12, 14, 15. And also, please don't forget, if you guys are providing donations, please, the panties, I'm very concerned, especially for the young girls. Some of them, because they're having the same clothes on, we're also concerned that their hygiene needs to be taken care of. We also want female products, sanitary wipes and other things to that extent, toothpaste, toothbrush, mouthwash, shower gel, or whatever it's called.
2X in men's too.
2X in men as well. Oh yes, and we do have, was it, I thought it was, and then there was a 3X.
He said
Okay.
3X, but he wears his clothes.
Okay, so we also need men's clothes. We do have some young men who are also asking for clothes as well. So if there is anything that you guys can give, we will also put our address there. Our business address is 3700 Lancaster Pike. I'm gonna type it in for you guys. Lancaster Pike, Suite 305. Yes. Wilmington, Delaware 19805. Let's see. Okay. So if you guys are able to provide anything to the community that will be needed, also within the community where we are, as I made mention earlier on, and so did Megan, there is high human trafficking in this area. And it is very sad when individuals have to choose to be able to, how do I pay for my room? How do I go about living day to day? Because now it's like they have to give up themselves for them to be able to get safety. And either one of it is still impacting their safety. So there is also a sign on the outside of the building that talks about certain prohibition. And that is just to say how prominent it is within the area. So I've done a lot of talking. So if there's anything you'd like to go ahead and share.
It's just been a pleasure to meet a lot of people in the community, because at first the connotations when you come here, it's like, oh, this is a very dangerous area because there's people just standing outside of the gas station who are loitering, who look like they might be doing some suspicious things. I met a couple people who were just standing outside, and in conversations I said, well, what are you doing out here? They said just getting money, and that could be all types of things if you're just standing on a corner. So that's just worrisome because there are a lot of kids in the area. But after having conversations with them, I see it's a repeating factor of just people who are just struggling to get by, and they are doing their absolute best to do so. So just any help provided is very much appreciated, because these people have learned to go without, and most of these things they should not go without, like clean water, a place to sleep, because some people must sleep on the floors. Like I said, there are families who live together, and not all the time they can fit in the same bed.
So just imagine in a motel where you might just go and it's a single bed, or it might be two queen beds, but then you have a few people living in that room.
There's a family of 9.
Yes, there's a family of nine there. It's it's very difficult. And so not some people, they have been here for months. Some people have been there over a year because of the housing challenges we are facing here in Delaware. There are individuals who have severe medical condition that prohibits them to be able to actually work. It's not where they choose that they don't want to work, but because of the severe medical conditions, they're not able to. So, with the limited income, the housing costs within the state is just really high that they are not able to even pay for a place to stay and other things. So, it's a catch 22 that the certain communities and certain populations that they're going through so much challenges. And it's like, for us being out here, the more it's like the more you dig and the more you offer solutions, they're like, yeah, I did that. And one of the challenges we're also finding with individuals who are facing homelessness is like, oh, hey, can you reach out to this agency, or can you reach out to that agency? And we're hearing for the housing vouchers, oh, you got assistance a year ago or 6 months ago, so we are not able to help you. So that means that family with no income is not able to get a place to rest their head. So there, it is more than just seeing people that are saying, oh, you're not working hard enough, or you're not pushing yourself hard enough. There's so many barriers that's impacting the progression, and the social needs are actually growing, and the gaps are growing, and we need to be able to find ways to be able to reduce that. We have where families are moving from different cities coming here. That means being away from the school and trying to find the transportation to be able to go to school. We have a few parents who are having difficulty in being able to find transportation for their children to be able to go to school, because they didn't want to uproot the children from wherever the location is, or whatever the case is. It becomes very difficult. So for us, that is another area where transportation is also a barrier. So if we're able to come up with solutions, then that will be very important for us. 1 minute. So as we are going through, the goal is for us to be able to get all the assistance that is needed, and for us to be able to increase the resources within the community. So if you guys are out there and you want to know more about how you can be of service, I'm also going to be putting my phone number in there. Keep in mind that I can always block someone. I always share my number, but I can also block. But if you're using my number to be able to help out or find ways to help out, then that will be easy to be able to do. So give me 1 minute. Let me get the number.
Oh, I know.
Okay. So as we're putting the number in, you can feel free to text us. Feel free. I'm usually not pretty good in calling, but texting will be really good. So please feel free to reach out. And in the daytime, we'll be able to show you. Part of what we want to do in the summer is to be able to open a community garden out here. So we will be looking for volunteers in Delaware to come on out and help us. Our goal is also to be able to plant one or two peaches, or to be able to plant some apples, some things that will be able to produce. And I say peaches because I have peaches at my home, and every year it produces in abundance. So if we're able to get some fruits to be planted along the side of the location, then that will be really good. I must say the landlords and the owners here have been very, very helpful in allowing us to utilize this space and to be able to transform it into a space that other individuals will be able to use while they're going through their difficult challenges.
Because next we gotta show you how we're gonna decorate the door. Because normally we just have plain metal doors here.
Oh yes.
So we're gonna make it orange and put some signs on it. So far we got a welcome sign and we have a couple other posters out front, but it's too cold to show you right now. So hopefully next time we get to show you.
Yes, so next time we definitely will show you. But for now, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our email address, you can also email us. You want to put your email address if you can?
I got such a short name.
Yes. Yeah. So feel free to, you have our phone number, you have our text. Oh, and we can also post the Amazon link. So right now there are the one link that we're looking at, we have a few different things we're looking at, but let me pull up that link and share it with you guys. Shopping. Nice. And the motel.
I love the puppets you have on your list.
Yes. I was thinking of, what are some of the things that kids will actually enjoy that we can use? And I'm like, puppets will be good. Okay, copy. It's copied. And we're gonna post that link right here. You can feel free to get. Okay, so it has been posted. So if there is anything else, let's see if there's anyone who gave any shout outs. We want to give a shout out to Miss Dana. Thank you very much. Letitia, thank you so much. Miss Tanya, oh yes, and Sanji, thank you so much. The work that we do out here is all about helping out the community. So I appreciate everyone and all the wonderful work that they're doing. Feel free to reach out to us if there is anything else that you are wanting to help us with. So for now, we say thank you and wish you farewell.
Thank you.